Okay, so you want better results in your life. You want to go to the next level. You want to break through. Have a good time while you're here. Maybe help a lot of people. So you can look back on your life and say, wow, I played full out. So I want you to do this exercise is to think back from, I think this comes from Russell Brunson. This comes from, but he probably got it from somebody else. And that is to think about your life from the end. So you're at the end of your life. This represents the end of your life. And you want to think back. I think backwards. We're thinking back. And what would people say at your funeral or life celebration party, as I call it? What would they be saying about you? What would you want them to be saying about you? And then you'll grab some gold nuggets just from that kind of contemplation, kind of that thinking about what would I love people to say about me. For me, I come up with, I'd like to have people say, boy, he lit up every room that he ever walked into. And so if I put that down and I start thinking about that, I'm going to start behaving differently now. And I'm going to enter every room making it better, bringing my glow, bringing my shine, bringing my power if necessary, bringing my strength, bringing my clarity, bringing God's gifts that he gave me to every room that I enter. So thinking back about your life, what would you want people saying about you? And I think this is going to be so powerful because you're going to write some stuff down that may surprise you, that may get you actually in a different context in your life and change behavior. Learning again, real learning is basically you changing your behavior. If you didn't change your behavior and you're doing the same things over and over again, then you haven't learned. Learning is when I've actually changed my behavior. And so looking back on your funeral or your life celebration party, what would you want people saying about you if they were like talking to each other or getting up and delivering your eulogy? What would you want them to say about you? Would you want them to say, oh yeah, that person was kind of like unforgettable, or they were forgettable? Or would you want them saying, you know what, that person really inspired me and changed the trajectory of my entire life by getting on video and he was talking about this thing, looking at your life from the end. Like Stephen Covey says in The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, start with the end in mind. And this is starting with the end in mind. It's one way to start with the end in mind. What would you love people to say about you at the end of your experience here on planet Earth? What would you love them to say? And then see if your behavior changes as a result of what you write down. If you read that for the next 30 days, what you wrote down. Because repetition, I believe in repetition. Because repetition is the thing that will condition you, to help you remember what you wrote down. So if I'm going to walk into every room and leave people better off than they were before I entered the room, so I'm walking away out of the room and they're going to feel better that I was in their life. I'm going to show up totally different. I'm going to show up powerfully, authentically. It's a powerful exercise. Do it. Post in the comments if you would like to. Share this with a loved one. Bye.